This video is an overview of the Midmark IQvitals Zone vital signs device settings. Always refer to the appropriate technical documentation for the complete list of instructions, safety alerts, and sequence of procedures before conducting any service or maintenance operations. General settings. Press the Settings button on the main screen to access the Settings menu. The General tab within the Settings menu allows the user to change the following basic features: language, brightness, screen sleep time, date and time. Be sure to press the Apply button to save any changes made. If the Apply button is not pressed, and the user selects another tab or the Close button, a window appears to prompt the user to apply or cancel the change. Alarm settings. The Alarms tab in the Settings menu allows users to set the upper and lower thresholds that will activate an alarm state. There are two alarm threshold modes that can be saved in IQvitals Zone: Adult and Pediatric. Check the Default checkbox to specify the default alarm mode. Select the Adult or Pediatric alarm threshold from the drop-down menu in the upper left side to review the threshold values. Use the Display Alarm Threshold slider to enable or disable the display of alarm threshold values on the main testing screen. For devices with the Massimo SPO2 sensor option, the PI threshold values will be displayed. With the exception of alarm delay, any alarm limit can be turned off by entering 0 in the respective field. Press Apply to save all threshold changes. Modify the SPO2 alarm delay by entering a value of 0, 5, 10, or 15 seconds in the SPO2 alarm delay box. This will delay the SPO2 alarm by the amount of time entered. Please note that even if the Display Alarm Thresholds option is disabled, the alarm settings are still active and will cause the device to alarm if a value is outside the permitted threshold range. The setting only disables the display of the alarm threshold values on the main testing screen. If the Display Alarm Threshold slider is enabled, each alarm threshold value is displayed on the main screen. This setting reduces the font size of the data. The factory default is to disable the Display Alarm Thresholds. To edit the alarm thresholds, select the alarm thresholds for either Adult or Pediatric from the drop-down menu. Press one of the following alarms to edit: NIBP, systolic, diastolic, MAP, pulse rate, SPO2, temp. Manually enter the lower and upper thresholds. Press Apply to save the entry. The Alarms Enable checkbox provides the user the ability to enable or disable the physiological alarms. This feature does not control any technical alarms. For a list of alarms, please refer to the user guide for further details. NIBP settings. The NIBP tab in the Settings menu allows the user to select the blood pressure reading method and disable or enable the NIBP modes displayed on the main screen. Use the Reading Method drop-down menu to select between linear and step deflation. If the step deflation method is selected, the initial inflation values for Adult and Pediatric mode may be edited. The NIBP tab in the Settings menu also allows the user to enable or disable an NIBP mode. Spot mode takes a single blood pressure measurement and is always enabled. Averaging mode takes a series of 5 NIBP readings, disregards the first reading, and averages the next 4 readings to report an average blood pressure reading. Once sprint mode is initiated, the screen displays a checklist to help ensure proper patient positioning techniques are followed. The technician may then leave the room so the patient is undisturbed to help reduce white coat hypertension. When the preset delay start timer expires, the IQvitals Zone device automatically captures 3 blood pressure measurements and produces the average reading. Custom BP mode allows customization of the Sprint BP protocol to reduce the delay start timer. Set the interval between measurements, discard the first measurement, and average more than 3 measurements. Press Apply on the NIBP tab to save all changes. SPO2 settings. The SPO2 tab in the Settings menu allows the user to disable or enable the features associated with each type of pulse oximeter. IQvitals Zone will automatically detect if a Masimo or Nellcore sensor is attached to the IQvitals Zone device. The device installed box displays the pulse oximeter attached to the IQvitals Zone device. Use the slider bars to enable or disable the following SpO2 features available for the Masimo sensor. Pleth bars to display the 10-segment pulse amplitude indicator on the main screen. PI value to display the perfusion index percentage on the main screen. Plethysma graph to display the graph on the main screen. When this feature is enabled, the pulse rate moves to the third row of the vital signs main screen. To allocate space for the additional features, the user may also select different settings for averaging time, sensitivity algorithm, and line frequency. Similarly, for the Nellcore sensor, use the slider bars to enable or disable the following SpO2 features. Blip bars to display the 10-segment pulse amplitude indicator on the main screen. Plethysma graph to display the graph on the main screen. When this feature is enabled, the pulse rate moves to the third row of the vital signs main screen to allocate space for additional features. Press Apply on the SpO2 tab to save all changes. Temperature settings. The Temp tab in the Settings menu displays the temperature device installed. Also, while in the temperature settings screen, the user may change the temperature units. Use the Units drop-down menu to select the unit of measurement, Fahrenheit or Celsius. Press Apply on the Temp tab to save all changes. Weight and height settings. The Weight and Height tab in the Settings menu allows users to enable or disable the following features: weight, height, BMI, and digital scale when integrated within the exam chair. When a Midmark 626 barrier-free examination chair with digital scale is connected to the IQvitals Zone device, enabling the chair will allow the user to acquire weight and control the chair from the vital signs device or the computer. If either the weight or height is disabled, the BMI will automatically become disabled. The user can change the units of measurement for weight and height using the Units drop-down menu. PC tab. The PC tab gives access to an event log. The event log is intended to be used only under the supervision of Midmark support personnel. More settings. To access the information in the More tab, enter the password 1590 and press OK. The More tab in the Settings menu allows users to access the following: version information, factory default settings, clear memory, radio power. Radio power will enable the user to increase or decrease the device's Bluetooth low energy range sensitivity. For more detailed information about the device settings, please refer to the IQvitals Zone user guide. For further support, contact Midmark Technical Support at 1-844-856-1230, option 2.